Part of what makes this moment scary is that
Y'all see what I mean? It was supposed to be scary, but it was somewhat entertaining. What's happening, peoples? It's your boy Blaze here with another one for Venomous Reactions, and as we all know, we're in the month of November, and this is also known as Survivor Series season. And since we are in Survivor Series season, why not do a reaction on one of the greatest wrestling legends known to man? Now, everyone knows him. Everyone knows him as the Phenom, the Lord of Darkness, the Dead Man, the Demon of Death Valley. I mean, any any kind of nicknames you could come up for for him, but he is known across the wrestling globe as the Undertaker. And right now we're gonna be checking out this one for Tap Out Corner, the top 10 scariest WWE Undertaker moments. And in parentheses, number 4 is messed up. Oh God. Yo, I wonder what moments make this compilation. But we all know Tap Out Corner, when it comes to the compilations, they always hit on the mark. And this ain't gonna be no different. So without further ado, let's check it out. Let's go.
Undertaker is arguably the greatest wrestler in WWE history and the scariest. The demon from Death Valley has terrified fans and other wrestlers for 30 years, but which moments were the scariest? That's what we're going to find out right now. These are the top 10 scariest Undertaker moments of all time.
Yo,
Number 10,
that's what we all want to know.
Is alive. After Paul Bearer betrayed Undertaker and joined Mankind, the Phenom decided to kick things up a notch by introducing the Buried Alive match. Undertaker and Mankind both tried to literally bury each other, but it was the dead man who had his hand raised. Even though he won, Undertaker ended up being the one buried alive, thanks to some interference. At first, it seemed like Mankind and Paul Bearer had successfully destroyed the Undertaker, but then...
Oh. Yo, I ain't gonna front, man. That moment right there, that creeped me the hell out. Like, how the hell is he? How is his head rising from the grave? Like, how does that work? Man, but Undertaker and Mankind, man, their rivalry is bar none. From the Buried Alive match, the Boiler Room Brawl, and whew, who could ever forget Hell in a Cell? Woo! If you ain't seen King of the Ring 1998, watch that pay-per-view. You won't be disappointed. Woo!
Like a classic horror movie monster, Undertaker's arm rose from beneath the ground. While not the most terrifying
That is
moment
definitely
in
out of a
Undertaker's
horror
career,
flick,
the
for
visual
sure.
of a creepy-looking arm rising from the ground is pretty spooky and proves you can't kill the dead man.
No matter how hard you try.
Number 9. Undertaker rises from the dead. At the
Get the captions
1994
off
Royal
here.
Rumble, Undertaker faced off against Yokozuna and another one of the Phenom's signature match types, the Casket match. The dead man put up a good fight, and ultimately took a small army to stuff Taker inside the casket. Even in defeat, though, Undertaker would still have the last laugh. As the casket was being carted away, smoke began to appear, the lights went black, and then we saw a look inside the coffin. After giving a cryptic speech, the Undertaker began ascending inside a cloud of smoke. This moment has a lot of smaller, creepy moments, but to me, the scariest of them all is when Undertaker jolts back to life. The lighting, the angles filmed at, and the Undertaker's terrifying voice from inside the casket all make it an iconic, scary WWE moment. The coffin exploding
I agree
at the
with
end
that
is
one.
a bit much, but that still doesn't stop this from being one of the Undertaker's scariest moments of all time. Number 8, buckle up, Teddy. I know what you're probably thinking. This moment isn't scary. It's funny. Well, yeah,
That it
let me
is.
explain. At the 2009 Breaking Point pay-per-view, SmackDown General Manager Teddy Long screwed The Undertaker from winning the World Heavyweight Championship by
Yo, that he did. And that produced one of the most funniest moments of SmackDown during that year. Yo, y'all gonna see.
banning the Hell's Gate submission hold and restarting the match. Of course, this made Teddy Long a target for The Undertaker, so SmackDown's GM
Unfortunately, it did.
by apologizing to the dead man.
Man,
And I especially
you know,
would like to apologize to The Undertaker.
Apparently,
But to
it
no
wasn't
avail.
good enough, because, after Long got into his limo, he was in for a surprise.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Part of what makes this moment scary is that
y'all see what I mean? It was supposed to be scary, but it was somewhat entertaining. Next thing you know, Teddy Long getting into his limo, and then next thing you know, you think you're about to go back to your hotel room, but when the driver window pulls down, you see the Undertaker up front. It's like, buckle up, Teddy. Oh, I love it.
Teddy Long would be seen until the next SmackDown, meaning that The Undertaker had him kidnapped for a whole week. When Teddy did show back up, he was tied up and inside a casket. You can see that Teddy Long's suit is torn up, so Undertaker likely tortured Teddy while holding him hostage.
Tortured
To me,
is a
that's what makes
tortured
this moment
is
so
an
scary,
understatement.
since it's never shown or explained what exactly Undertaker did to Teddy Long. Judging by his expression after being freed, whatever Undertaker did to Long must have been pretty messed up. Number
You
7,
think?
Undertaker sends Edge to hell. In the
Mm.
main event of SummerSlam 2008, Undertaker and Edge competed in one insane Hell in a Cell match. It was a grueling battle, but Undertaker came out on top. Even after getting the win,
As
the
usual.
Phenom hadn't had enough and continued attacking Edge. After setting up some ladders, Taker lifted the Radar superstar up and sent him plummeting down.
Down, down, down he goes.
All the bizarre visuals that appeared before the chokeslam were pretty creepy, but since that wasn't enough, this also happened.
Woo.
It wasn't just a little fire either. The flames nearly touched the top of the cell. I think this is supposed
Damn
to be
near.
Undertaker metaphorically sending Edge to hell, and it definitely gave that effect. Edge also won't return until about 3 months afterward, so his absence helped make this moment even more impactful. The
Facts, it did. And Edge got a full window view seat of what it's like to be descending into hell. Not just hell, but downtown hell. Like Undertaker sent him to the Shadow Realm and beyond.
blue lighting along with the orange flames also gave the segment a chilling and terrifying feel all at the same time.
Tre Magnifico.
Number 6, Undertaker locks Ultimate Warrior in a casket. Coming off his first WrestleMania victory, Undertaker began feuding with one of the company's biggest stars, Ultimate Warrior. The rivalry began when Warrior was a guest on Paul Bearer's funeral parlor segment. It turned out to be a trap, and Undertaker jumped the face-painted wrestler and eventually stuffed him inside, especially for the casket. Rather than cutting away or moving on, the camera stayed on the casket, and soon, ringside personnel ran to the coffin and tried to get it open.
But
After
he
minutes
couldn't.
of literally chipping away at it, they finally unlocked the lid. Inside, the Ultimate Warrior laid lifeless as referees began giving him CPR to try and revive the man. He eventually started breathing, but this segment was played
Sheesh.
pretty seriously. The crew frantically trying to get the Warrior out, and him being unconscious when they did finally get the casket opened. Something else that adds to the scariness is that the Ultimate Warrior was trying to escape by tearing at the top of the casket before passing out. This was also when WWE was still in a cartooning phase, which made this moment even more shocking.
that it was. Like I remember the battle they had back. I don't know if it was 91, 91 or 92. I'm not sure. Whatever year the body bag match took place, yo, Undertaker played that character to the core. And it's like no matter what the Ultimate Warrior did, he could not put the dead man away. And ultimately, his fate was sealed inside the body bag.
Number 5, Undertaker tries to embalm Steve Austin. After
Oh
suffering a concussion
shit!
at the hands of The Undertaker, Steve Austin
I knew
spent
this
the
would
night
make
at
the
a
list.
hospital, or should I say, a local medical facility. While he was recovering, Stone Cold got ambushed by Taker and Paul Bearer. After they made the Texas rattlesnake pass out, the dead man and his manager took Austin's lifeless body to a funeral home to embalm him alive.
And this is when Undertaker went dark. Like he went dark, dark. Like the true essence of the Lord of Darkness became full circle, and it surfaced with so much finesse and terror. And this is when he was in, I guess you could say, slowly into transition. I can't get the word out, but you know what I'm trying to say. He shifted over to his ministry gimmick slowly, and it went full circle in '99 after Rock Bottom. So we caught glimpses of the dark nature of the Undertaker when he was in his ministry gimmick, and whew, that would be by that would be by far one of my favorite versions of the Dead Man. The ministry version of the Undertaker, all time favorite, bar none.
They got Austin on the operating table, cut open his shirt, and prepared to slice him open. Anything involving cutting someone open, especially when they're still alive, is just disgusting and freaks me out. The cold
It
emptiness
was
of the room
insane.
also adds to the unsettling feeling. Of course, Stone Cold doesn't actually end up getting cut open, but even though I knew that, I still had a tough time watching this entire segment. You might disagree, but I still find Undertaker's embalmment operation to be one of the scariest things he's ever done. Number 4, Undertaker nearly
And,
kills Paul Bearer.
and that ain't
In
even number one
2004,
on the
Paul Bearer
list.
returned to manage The Undertaker. During the renewed alliance, Bearer was kidnapped by Paul Heyman and the Dudley Boys. At the Great American Bash, Heyman trapped Undertaker's manager inside a tank and threatened to fill it with cement if the Phenom didn't lay down for Bubba Ray and Devon. Not only did Undertaker defeat
Facts.
both of the Dudleys, but he also prevented Heyman from killing Paul Bearer. It seemed like the story was going to have a happy ending,
Until
I have no other choice.
Undertaker! What the hell is he doing?
ooh, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. That also creeped me out to the core when I watched that initially.
Yep, Undertaker decided to murder his manager. Killing someone is already pretty dark, but it's even darker considering how long of a history Bearer and Undertaker had. Now, they
Exactly.
did mention on the following episode of SmackDown that Paul Bearer survived and only suffered severe internal injuries. Okay, so Undertaker
Ain't no way.
didn't successfully kill someone, but that doesn't change the fact that Undertaker fully intended to suffocate his manager. One of the reasons this isn't higher in the top 10 is because of the technical limitations. WWE couldn't have the real Paul Bearer in the tank during the show, so they had to use a
Of
stunt
course.
double and work around it, which does ruin the moment a bit. Even with that though, death by suffocation is a scary thing, especially when you're willing to do it to someone you're close to. Number 3, Undertaker
exactly.
vs. Mankind off Hell in a Cell. Undertaker
I'm
and
shocked
Mankind
that's-
get a fair share of
I'm
scary
shocked
stuff
that's
together,
not number one.
but then again, they both look like this, so
Yo, I'm shocked. I'm shocked this didn't make number one. But it also makes me wonder what number one really is. So we gonna see.
what'd you expect? At the 1998 King of the Ring, the two wrestlers faced off in only the third Hell in a Cell match in history, and things got
Yep.
intense very quick. The match started on top of the cage, and after just a bit of brawling, Undertaker threw his opponent off the 16-foot structure to the floor
Ooh.
below. While
by far one of the greatest moments and the greatest calls all in once. Yo, nothing will compare to that legendary moment. You see Mankind get tossed off the cell, and then Jim Ross making the call of the night. Like, good God Almighty, good God Almighty, he killed him. Yo, bar none, greatest moment.
While spots like this aren't that uncommon today, at the time, this is something fans never really saw. What also makes Mankind's
Exactly.
fall from the cell scary is not knowing if he's actually okay or not. Is Mankind lifeless because he's selling the fall, or did we just legitimately see someone's career come to an end? It's so shocking that it feels
Exactly.
real, and therefore much scarier. It probably also feels real because you can't really fake this. Now we know
You
that
really
Mankind
can't.
continued with the match and would also wrestle for several more years, which is great.
The fact of the matter that he got up after getting tossed off the cell to continue the damn match. Yo, Mick Foley is not normal. He is not. And that's why he is also one of my all-time favorites in the ring. Gotta love him. Whether it's Mankind or Cactus Jack. Not sure about Dude Love though, but those two, my favorite gimmicks.
Great, but it does take the edge off a bit. Plus, this
A
clip
little
of
bit.
Mankind falling has been shown so much that it loses a bit of its mystique. Both of those reasons
Kinda
why
does.
this moment isn't ranked higher, but even with all that, it's still a terrifying incident that could have easily been much worse had the slightest thing gone wrong.
Yeah,
Number 2,
for real.
Undertaker possesses Josh Matthews. December 9th, 2005. The night The Undertaker kept scaring the crap out of Randy Orton.
The classic
Throughout the
mind
entire
games.
show, the Phenom kept playing all kinds of mind games on Orton. While they're all spooky,
Oh, it
the
worked.
last one was
It
definitely the
worked.
scariest. Orton and his dad had enough of Undertaker's supernatural tricks and were leaving the arena. The only problem? The doors to their car were locked, and then the car drove away on its own. The scariest part, though, was when backstage interviewer Josh Matthews appeared, and then...
Enjoying the ride, Randy.
Holy crap! It's disturbing hearing the Undertaker's threatening voice come out of Josh Matthews like that.
Oh man. Yo, back when Undertaker used to play those mind games, he was not to be messed with. But then Randy Orton tried and ultimately failed. Tragic.
The way Matthew's eyes change when he's possessed just makes it
Look
even
at this.
creepier. The unnatural sounds that
Yo,
play and abruptly
yo,
end
Josh
before
played
and
that
after
to
Undertaker
perfection,
possesses
bro.
Josh Matthews also add to the scare factor. This could have flopped hard, but instead became known as one of The Undertaker's scariest moments.
I can
And
see
number
why.
1, Undertaker sacrifices Dennis Knight. It's not too surprising that The Undertaker's scariest moment happened during his Ministry of Darkness phase. Part of the reason for
That is a
because
fact.
it happened during the Attitude Era, when WWE wasn't afraid to push everything as far as it could go. The scariest moment from this period of The Undertaker, though, has to be when the Phenom sacrificed one of his followers, Dennis Knight. After bringing out his ministry, Undertaker filled a cup with his own blood and gave it to Knight to drink, while also renaming him Midian. On top of that, Undertaker also carved a symbol into his follower's chest. And if all that wasn't creepy enough, the dead man also lit his
Sheesh.
iconic cross on fire. As I previously mentioned, anything involving cutting parts of the body really freaks me out, so this is a pretty intense
I don't
segment to
blame you.
watch. Unlike some other moments we talked about where practicality limited what they could do,
I can see why this
moment
made
showed
number one.
everything up close. And on top of that, they went
Woo.
through with all of it. No Kane to save the day this time. What do you think
For
is the
real.
scariest Undertaker moment? Let me know in the comments. Shout out and thank you to the Ant Union for commenting on the last video we did.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I can see why that made number one, cause that was back when I slowly started to get back into watching wrestling like on a full-time basis. And and like I said, when the Undertaker went to full-fledged ministry mode in '99, oh, he went darker than his character could ever go. I mean, we saw glimpses of it in '98, but in '99, oh, Undertaker just did not care. Like, he wanted to give that mystique of what the Undertaker really is, and he played his ministry gimmick to the core. Now, it sucks that it could have went like a little longer, then again, then again, he was dealing with injuries at the time before '99 came to a close, and it sucks that it ended the way it did. But yo, we did get some awesome moments out of Ministry Undertaker, so I ain't complaining about it. But let me know what y'all thought about this. Was Tap Out Corner right on the money with that top 10 Undertaker moments that was scary? And what was your favorite scariest moment of the Undertaker? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And as always, this is your I'm getting ahead of myself in my outro. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe. Yeah, that corner, and right over here. Come kick it with your boys just one good solid time. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And follow your boy on social media right over yonder. Now, this is your boy Blaze here saying check that is. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.